charismatic.
Hi, everyone. We're thrilled you're here.
At The Charismatic, our team works around the clock to bring you content that genuinely helps. You know, nearly 50 specialist employees put their heart into every episode so you get the best experience.
Yeah, it's a big team effort. And if you're enjoying this, leaving a quick comment and sharing the video really helps more people see it. And honestly, it gives us the boost to keep making our best work.
Okay, let's unpack this. So today, our mission. Well, it's about giving you a kind of shortcut to genuine felt charisma.
Right. We're not talking about, putting on a show or learning some lines.
Exactly. No performative charm here. We're discussing how to cultivate this quiet, impactful presence.
Yeah.
The kind of gravity that just pulls people in, maybe without you even saying a word.
That's the core of it. Our source material, and we've looked at a lot, psychological studies on attraction, nonverbal cues, social gravity, it all points to the same thing. True charisma. It's an internal state. It's not an act.
So we're here to basically extract the 4 key steps to becoming that kind of person, the one whose entry sort of shifts the energy in the room.
A person whose calmness, whose self-assurance, others just unconsciously gravitate towards. Think of it like this. Maybe you're tired of feeling like you have to fight for attention.
Yeah, that constant effort.
We're going to try and help you become the center of attention, but by focusing inward on your internal foundation. This deep dive is really about understanding the physics of presence.
Let's start with the biggest hurdle. Step 1, and this trips up almost everyone. You have to dismantle that reliance on external validation.
The approval trap.
Exactly. The research is, well, incredibly clear. The moment you're seeking approval, you're subtly, or maybe not so subtly, advertising insecurity.
And it's fascinating how quickly others pick up on that, isn't it? Even if they can't quite put their finger on why.
Oh, definitely. Our sources mention this concept, pre-attentive processing. It means before someone even really hears your words, they're processing your emotional state.
So if that state is needy.
It acts like a repellent. Yeah. That anxiety shows up in physical ways, too.
Oh.
The material points out 3 really corrosive signals.
Okay, what are they?
Well, first, there's that excessive, kind of unnecessary laughter. Laughing too hard at things that aren't that funny.
I've seen that. Nervous energy.
Totally. Then there's fast, anxious talking, just filling space, talking over people maybe.
Trying too hard.
And the third one, it's that visible, expectant look after you say something. That look that just screams, did I do okay? Did you like that? Please like me.
Oof. That expectant look, that's the killer, isn't it?
It really is.
It just broadcasts that your self-worth is totally dependent on their reaction right then and there. Like you've handed over the controls.
Precisely. We need to flip that power dynamic.
Oh.
True attraction, the sources say, it starts the second you achieve what they call non-congruence with others' expectations.
Non-congruence, meaning
Your inner state has to be self-contained. It can't be constantly checking, how am I doing? How are they reacting? It has to be stable, regardless of their response.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting, though. It sounds simple, just stop caring what others think. But how do you actually manage that? That fear of rejection is pretty deep-seated.
It is deep-seated. You manage it by shifting where you place value.
Yeah.
The research suggests the highest confidence comes when you realize you don't need to convince anyone you're valuable.
Because you've already convinced yourself.
Exactly. Your own attention, your own approval, that has to become your most valuable currency, not theirs.
So if I really start to prioritize my own view, my own internal story over what everyone else might think, what changes?
Right.
Like physically, what would people notice?
The change is almost immediate. It's a settling. When you stop chasing validation, that anxious energy just evaporates.
Okay.
Your movements become smoother, maybe a bit slower, more deliberate, because there's no frantic rush to fill silence or impress.
Right.
Your voice might drop a little, gain some firmness, simply because you're speaking to share information, not to beg for approval.
That self-acceptance energy, it's the foundation then for that silent charisma, kind of felt stability.
That's the first piece. Absolutely.
Okay, so if step 1 is that internal shift, step 2 feels like taking it outside. Strategic presence. The source material calls this activating the value of scarcity.
Yeah.
Basically, don't always be available.
Right. But we need to be really careful here. This isn't about playing games or being cold or arrogant.
No fake aloofness.
Definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Genuinely honoring your own priorities so that your time, your attention, it's perceived as valuable because it is valuable to you.
Makes sense. When people get something too easily.
They value it less.
Yeah.
Curiosity fades, appreciation diminishes. It's just human nature, really.
So think about those pitfalls of overavailability. Like always being the first to text back, instantly agreeing to every plan without even checking your own stuff.
Or jumping in to fill every single pause in a conversation. It's like you're giving away your entire hand immediately. There's no mystery, no reason for someone to invest time figuring you out.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate for a second, though. If I suddenly start being more selectively present, couldn't that backfire? Especially, say, at work or with close friends where quick replies are often expected. How do you balance scarcity with just being respectful and responsive?
That's a really important question. The sources stress that this is about intentionality, not avoidance. It's not about ghosting people.
Okay.
For instance, when someone asks you a question, maybe don't rush the answer. Take a slight pause, a beat. Let them experience that little moment of wondering what you're thinking.
A considered response, not just a reflex.
Exactly. And maybe you don't need to over-explain every decision or opinion. That pause, that lack of over-explanation, it signals respect for your own thought process. It actually makes what you do say carry more weight.
So it's the difference between, say, yeah, I can meet whenever I'm free all day, versus something like, okay, I really value catching up. I've got a busy week with X and Y, but how about Thursday evening? I can clear that time specifically for us.
That intentional choice, that's the heart of it. You shift from just being available to being present by choice.
Okay, I see.
And that makes your attention feel less like a default setting and more like a consciously given gift. When your presence is selective, your absence is felt more and your arrival means more.
Right. That leads us nicely into step 3, which is all about the physical side. Own the space. The science on nonverbals is pretty clear, isn't it? Body language often shouts louder than words.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Your body is the first resume people read. Before you say hello, your posture has already told them a lot about your state of mind.
So true.
The sources make a big contrast between the anxious stance and the assured stance. Anxious is, well, physically smaller, right? Shrunken, maybe shoulders slumped forward, shallow breaths.
Fidgeting, maybe. Try and take up less room.
Exactly. It's like subconsciously asking permission just to be there.
Whereas the assured stance, it communicates a kind of quiet entitlement, not arrogance, but
But a sense of belonging. Yes, I am here because this is where I belong. Your body is calmer, shoulders are open, movements are smoother, less jerky.
Breathing plays a big part.
Huge. Deep diaphragmatic breathing signals to your own nervous system that there's no immediate threat, that automatically relaxes muscles, slows you down. You walk with an assured glide, not a frantic scurry.
I like the mental cue the sources give. Oh, act as if you designed the space. Even in a room full of strangers, the moment you enter, you occupy it fully. You own your little patch of it. You're not constantly adjusting your tie or smoothing your hair.
Right, because a confident mind doesn't need that constant external feedback loop saying, you look okay.
It's about that congruence then, inner certainty matching the outer physical presence. When your body says, I belong, others just tend to accept that. It smooths out interactions.
Absolutely. It removes a layer of friction before you even start talking.
Thanks for watching this far. If this deep dive is helpful, please hit share and send it to someone who'd love it. Your support really does keep the team fired up.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And this physical presence, it perfectly sets up the final and maybe the most crucial step, the engine behind it all. Step 4, building a calm, unshakable internal discipline.
Okay.
This is what separates fleeting charm from that permanent, silent power.
And this step is really about the private life, isn't it? The stuff you build for yourself, whether anyone else ever knows about it or not.
Precisely. It's about those habits that build psychological complexity, mental resilience, things done just between you and you.
What kind of habits are we talking about?
Well, the sources list some concrete examples. Sticking to an early wake-up time, consistent exercise, reading challenging material regularly, working on skills.
And interestingly, rigorously avoiding petty drama or gossip.
Yes, that's a big one. On the surface, they seem like just good habits.
Yeah.
But the cumulative impact on your inner state is profound.
Okay, but connect the dots for me. How does, say, waking up early make me more charismatic in a meeting later that day? Where's the direct link?
The link is psychological control. These disciplines, they teach you to manage internal resistance, to delay gratification, to follow through. When you consistently master your private choices, you build this incredibly strong inner energy.
You gain control over your focus, your mood, your reactions.
Exactly. And others pick up on that self-mastery, even subconsciously. They read it as stability, as depth, as power.
So someone who, I don't know, spends time grappling with complex ideas through reading or working on a difficult skill, they project more depth than someone just reacting to TikToks all day.
That's a blunt way to put it, but essentially, yes. You become harder to rattle. If you're grounded in habits that require sustained effort and focus, then small social things, a slightly rude comment and an awkward glance, they just don't destabilize you as easily.
Because you've already won bigger battles internally that morning.
You've learned to manage your internal state in more demanding situations. This internal control, earned through discipline, that's the highest form of confidence.
And you can hear it, can't you? In the voice, see it in the walk, the steady gaze.
Absolutely. People might never know you wrestled with a difficult chapter of a book before dawn, but they will feel the resulting self-assurance. It radiates.
So what does this all mean? Let's tie it all together. The whole transformation is, first, stop chasing external approval. Second, value your own time, be selectively present. Third, physically own the space you're in. And fourth, build that rich, disciplined inner life.
Get those four things working together.
And your presence becomes naturally magnetic. You're licensed to be there, to be powerful. It's self-issued. You don't need anyone else's permission.
And here's a final thought. When you reach this state, this unshakable core, people will react differently. Some might feel jealous, some intensely drawn to you, others may be confused because they don't get where your quiet power comes from. But ultimately, their reaction doesn't matter anymore. Because you're not operating based on their approval. You're operating from your own center. It's time to step into a life that others might only admire, to become fundamentally unstoppable.
Thanks for staying with us till the end.
If this helped you out, please tap. Like, drop a quick comment, maybe share it with someone who'd appreciate it. Every share helps more people find us.
And definitely don't forget to subscribe to Charismatic. We believe the best is yet to come.
We'll see you in the next episode. Stay charismatic,
Charismatic.